May I come in?
Yes, yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Be safe.
Thank you, sir.
Anurag, you wanted some kind of interactive session, that is what I am told.
Yes, sir.
What exactly do you have in mind?
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask a few questions related to
Go ahead.
So first is that I have completed my engineering in 2014. So I have worked after that. So how much I need to cover my physics, because I'm covering basics at least, and also the latest development that are happening. It's the focus area of government. For example, semiconductor, green hydrogen. So these are the things I'm covering. What more I need to know?
I think that should be enough.
Okay, sir.
Because don't expect that there will be some subject experts sitting. And whatever knowledge has to be tested is already been tested in your this thing, whatever we are offering, sociology.
Yes, sir.
And this you have obviously, done long back.
Yes, sir.
You are not supposed to remember everything.
So in few marks are asking like advanced version of quantum. I do know basics.
देखो यहाँ पे quantum का सवाल है. Quantum has been in the news off and
Yes,
on,
sir.
off and on, off and on.
Yes, sir.
Even somebody who's totally non-technical like me knows something about quantum. So because of your background, maybe a little more than what I know. That should do.
Okay.
Don't over worry about it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else?
So second is sociology, like what we study for means. Do I need to go into that much depth, or like latest happenings that are happening I need to study?
Sociology, what you have done for the mains. Now, basic sociological concepts. The one would expect you to know.
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि अभी अभी एग्जाम दिया है तो थोड़ा बहुत याद होगा.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, you don't have to go into any more depth except that you remember the basics of sociology. Let me give you one two examples. Let's say the caste system, for example. Now, caste, अगर sociology नहीं पढ़ी हो तब भी बता थोड़ा.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Patriarchy.
Sir, इसमें sorry to interrupt. इसमें जैसे अगर theories if they ask us about caste and also about patriarchy, do I need to mention about theories?
No. Unless specifically asked.
Okay, sir.
What will happen is if you start throwing theories at me without my asking,
Yes, sir.
you are giving me more openings to ask you questions. Limit yourself to what is asked. Do not go beyond. अब बहुत से लोग हैं उनको they are very fond of throwing their knowledge, not knowing that somebody might know much more than you.
Yes, sir.
Do not impress by throwing knowledge. जितना पूछा उतना. And even if somebody asks you theories, already paper 2 is plenty of theories.
Sir, मतलब वही मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कि जैसे if they ask me about patriarchy, so do I need to give my point of view from theory?
That will depend on the question.
Yes.
Now, if I ask you, for example, that do you think that patriarchy in India is weakening? Very generic question is,
Yes, sir.
do you think? You
Yes.
think.
Okay.
So there is no theory required. Your impression whether it's weakening or not weakening. लेकिन अगर मैं पूछूं कि patriarchal bargain,
तो उसमें
तो उसमें अगर if you start answering, I might ask you कि किसने ये concept दी थी. आता है तो आता है, नहीं आता है तो right to your knowledge is already checked in the option. So don't over worry again.
Yes.
Okay, what else?
Sir, actually, last time my interview experience, although I was able to answer some of the question, but my marks were not that good. It was 135. So just the board.
135. Why do you think that happened?
Sir, on one point, like initial part of the interview, sir asked me like migration we should not allow at all, because what happens is like in metros you don't get any space to stand. There is too much like people there.
Migration into Delhi?
Yes, sir. He talked about
Okay.
Delhi. Then he said that, what do you think about this? There shouldn't be. Why should we allow? Because I think that at that time I gave in 2021, so there was migrant crisis at that point. So I mentioned about constitutional provisions.
What's the problem?
And also, sir, I give my examples also. I said that within my college, I have many students from different states with whom I have interacted and got to learn about their culture. Yes.
What was the question?
Sir, he said that we shouldn't be allowed, why we allow so much migrant, they lead to so much population and overcrowding of buses and slums.
So what did you answer? You went into the constitution first?
Yes, sir, I talked about constitution. Then I talked about, sir, because opportunities are many in Delhi, they get to work here and also earn a living. And secondly, the practices that they have imbibed from Delhi, they are able to replicate in their states. So, sir, these were 3 to 4 points.
Don't you think थोड़ा theoretical हो गया?
हाँ सर, मुझे वही लग रहा था, मतलब maybe इसलिए.
You know, very generic kind of question that you as somebody belonging to Delhi, तुम्हें क्या लगता है?
Okay.
I think it should have been answered at that way. Rather than imagining culture, carrying their culture back, it is too much there.
Okay.
if I ask you, for example, that a resident of Delhi, do you think Delhi is a dirty city? Obviously, if you go to the theory of waste management,
अपना एग्जांपल आई थिंक
अपना एग्जांपल क्या मेरा मोहल्ला ये दिल्ली ये that's it. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
What else?
सर अदर देन दिस सर एक ओपिनियंस का थोड़ा सा बात पूछना था, जैसे अगर वो कहेंगे कि राम मंदिर ये टाइम हम बहुत ज़्यादा जैसे रिलीजन को एज अ कर रहे हैं प्रमोट, या आपको क्या लगता है ये ठीक है गवर्नमेंट को इस तरह अगर कोई कंट्रोवर्शियल मतलब नॉट राम मंदिर एज ए बट कोई फ्री
No, why not Ram Mandir? Why are you defensive? No, just a minute. Why are you? That is the problem.
Yes sir.
You are defensive. I can ask you about Ram Mandir, but you don't even want to mention it. You want to be politically correct. Even the thought of the question makes you politically correct, and you don't want to take a position.
इसमें लेकिन एक बात है, अभी जो यूपीएससी का ट्रेंड पिछला मेरे ख्याल से देख रहे हैं, was there last year. I was there in the board before that. UPSC advises us not to ask questions that are personal in sense of religion. मतलब ज़्यादा उसको मतलब religion based नहीं constitutionality of certain things. But we are generally advised not to go into that sensitive personal opinions. I might ask you about the constitutionality of the whole government sort of supporting the Ram Mandir. इसमें the answer could be about secularism, etc., about the constitution and research, etc. I might ask you, okay, do you think XYZ about the Ram Mandir?
Yes.
But nobody will ask you questions to pin you down about very sensitive questions. Okay? Worst come to worst, let's say you don't want to form an opinion. Let's say let's say you think that the question is extremely sensitive.
Yes sir.
What options do you have?
Give a balanced opinion. Give a balanced like both sides I can.
Balanced opinion फिर लगेगा कि you are not offering an opinion. तुम जान के balance करो.
Okay.
What other option will you have?
Sir, not answer that. I will politely
And
refuse.
if I say that no, I want your opinion.
Yes sir. So I'll answer that to them. कुछ अपना जो मेरे को which I feel, but I feel. My values are.
Okay, let me ask you now that we are there.
Okay.
Do you think that in a secular polity like ours, the Prime Minister of India sent a wrong message by inaugurating the Ram Temple?
Sir, in India, everyone is allowed to practice their own religion. So, Prime Minister inaugurating Ram Mandir was practicing his own religion. And so, secondly, it has manifold benefits, is what I feel, that tourism gets to promote.
Okay, then what's wrong with this answer? अच्छा,
खत्म हो गया.
pretty good. I mean, just because a question is on a sensitive topic, don't think कि मतलब answer भी वैसा मतलब don't make it more complicated. You're good enough.
And historically, presidents and prime ministers have done it.
Yes,
But historically, it has been done, and so what he did, to my mind, does not. I don't feel bad about it.
Okay, sir.
खत्म.
और कहीं कोई चीज़ बहुत ट्रिकी लगे तो कहना कि my opinion is based on media report because I don't have first hand knowledge.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That's it.
बिल्कुल.
और बोलो.
और सर मैंने जैसे यहाँ पे मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री में वर्क इन पब्लिक प्रोक्योरमेंट प्रेफरेंस टू मेक इन इंडिया ऑर्डर इसके इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पे. सो सर उसमें because now in MOUF they are asking me about different schemes like Startup India related and all those that are in there in commerce and industry. So in how much depth do I need to go?
Again, this is a personality test. You are focusing too much on knowledge.
Okay.
नहीं तो उसको
So
interview.
last time we'll come to the that's why थोड़ा सा I'm cautious and this is
क्या
my last
क्या?
time. So last time score was less and this is my last attempt. So sir इसीलिए थोड़ा सा मैं
I
cautious.
saw that.
जी sir.
Now, see, even if I was not working in the Ministry of Commerce, as somebody appearing for the interview, I should have known the current schemes
Yes sir.
that are going on.
Yes sir. I read them.
Correct? और Startup India, Make in India, Stand Up India, etc. schemes मतलब ये evergreen schemes है. थोड़ा बहुत सबको पता होना चाहिए.
Yes sir. ठीक.
So stick to that.
Okay.
और ज़्यादा अगर in depth जाए, now you are only an assistant section officer. You are not supposed to know what's happening in the whole ministry.
Yes sir.
बोल देना.
Okay.
Alright?
ठीक है सर. Yes sir. सर इसके अलावा सर जो मैंने जहाँ पे गया हूँ अपना ट्रैवलिंग करा है सो सर उसमें वो एक एनवायरनमेंट एंड इकोलॉजी एक ये वाला क्वेश्चन बहुत ज़्यादा पूछ रहे हैं कि आपको क्या लगता है कि वहाँ पे इकोलॉजी वहाँ पे ज़रूरी है, इकोनॉमी भी ज़रूरी है बिकॉज वो एरिया थोड़े पुअर है. बट इतना सारा एकदम से फाउंड कर जाता है लाइक इन मनाली एंड सिक्किम में ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट. सो उसका एक बैलेंस्ड आंसर देना ही मैं प्रैक्टिस तो किया थोड़ा सा.
Obviously, see, development and environment can never be looked as a dichotomy. Development भी चाहिए, environment को भी save करना. So this is where you need to strike a balance. That's why we have concepts like sustainable tourism, etc., ecotourism, whatever. उसे focus करना. Because here, if you start looking at them as opposites, contradictory, you'll never arrive at an answer.
सर कहीं का बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस देना आइडियल रहेगा, ठीक रहेगा जहाँ भी
जैसे I tell you, like my academy in Missouri, I've studied in Nainital. बहुत सालों बाद यार like there was a heaven and difference. Now district magistrate Nainital did a very sensible thing. He said कि इतने 3,000 गाड़ियाँ आने की कोशिश कर रही हैं every 2 hours or every 1 hour. He said if you don't have parking place in Nainital, you don't come. Adani से Delhi buses, you take the bus and come.
Similarly, for Rotang Pass, the number of vehicles is rationed.
That is the logical solution.
So-
I was thinking this.
No, that is rationed.
Yes, sir.
So you can always mention that.
And you can't ban tourists from going to hills, correct?
Yes, sir.
You can definitely regulate them. And regulation is about balancing the environment and the
Tourism and the ease of
Tourists will agree. There is a
travel.
regulation. They have to follow that regulation.
Okay, sir. बट सर वो इसमें ना नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये आस्क कि a lot of ऐसे टूरिस्ट आ जाते हैं जो उसमें जा रहे हैं मतलब रिवर के अंदर ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं और वहाँ का कल्चर मनाली में देयर वाज एन इंसिडेंट वेयर दे took their car within the river and also similar kind of incident where they don't respect the natural ecology as well as वहाँ का culture. So how to deal handle
नहीं तो यहाँ पर exactly what I said, the district magistrate, the district governance has to be much tighter. पहले तो अगर हम बैन कर देंगे, if you don't have parking space, don't bring your car.
Yes, sir.
आपकी problem is solved.
In Australia, when the Olympics took place, there were more than 20 drowning cases, right?
Remember,
And their beach patrol, they said people should be careful when they go to the sea. Period. Similarly, here people must. It is not the government's duty to how can you post policemen or other people along the riverbeds?
Yes, sir.
Anybody will take the vehicles anyway. It's people have to show discipline and respect for nature. It is the responsibility of people also.
tourist, if I am a district magistrate of Nainital or Missouri or wherever, and I know that people will come every tourist season.
Yes, sir.
So why don't I also take long-term measures? In terms of awareness, in terms of warning people beforehand that certain things are allowed, not allowed, sensitizing not only the tourists but also the government employees. इस वक्त हिल स्टेशन में टूरिस्ट जाएगा ही जाएगा.
जाएगा ही जाएगा, and there is tourist police.
Yes, there is tourist police.
There is tourist police deployed. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
What else?
And sir, in Swachh Bharat mission, they say despite government taking so many steps, people still defecating open. So attitudinal change is still an issue. उसको how would you as a district magistrate this question is also?
जब भी स्टेट एसोसिएशन मांगे जाएं, याद रखना कि there is one long term and there is one short term.
Okay, sir.
Attitudinal change, information, education, communication, what we call IC activities, these are all in the long term. Short term, you have to enforce the norm.
Yes.
So whenever they ask for suggestion, try to think of at least one thing in short term and one thing in long term.
Okay, sir.
That makes a good balanced answer. नहीं तो you tell me attitudinal change, मैं कहूँगा तो 10 साल बाद होगा, कल क्या करोगे?
Yes, sir. So now I'm also seeing the videos of different countries like in Japan and Denmark, how they brought about this change, like how they change the attitude of people right from the childhood, because that is when attitudes start forming. They
That's
teach
long
in
term.
school.
This is extremely long term.
Yes.
We can't compare ourselves to Japanese or Western European society because they are grown up, they grow up differently, we grow up differently. Those comparisons don't stand after a while.
But you can always mention that a lot of effort has been done. The cities look more are cleaner. Households segregate waste. They try to segregate waste. They don't litter. There is door-to-door collection happening. So all those measures, and then waste disposal has been mechanized. So things are taking place.
सबसे बड़ी बात, just because of one man, our Prime Minister, everybody knows the word Swachh Bharat.
Yes.
Yes.
They are talking, at least there is talk.
That itself is an attitudinal change. कि
Yeah.
पता तो है कि स्वच्छ भारत.
Yes, sir.
At the top, somebody has accepted it is a problem.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
What else?
Sir, that's it.
Interview कब है?
So 27th March.
27th March. अच्छा, just go back to your previous interview where you got 135.
Yes.
What else could have been the reason?
Yes, sir. Sir, a few questions like Chandrayaan 1 payloads I was not able to answer.
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं.
Achha.
But did you say you don't know or did you try to beat about the bush?
No, sir. I clearly mentioned that I'm not able.
Fine. Then that is not a problem.
Yes, sir. And also, they asked me about pollution. What are the challenges related to Delhi's pollution? How will you resolve? I took a few seconds, like I said, sir, I have to recall. So थोड़ा सा मैंने break लिया था वहाँ मुझे लगता है वहाँ की वजह से.
नहीं तो
कोई बात नहीं
I'm
है.
sitting in your place and I need to think. The obvious thing I do is I'll ask the permission of the board that may I take a few moments to think.
Okay, sir.
ये अगर वो झगड़ने लगा, if you suddenly fall silent, वो बड़ा it becomes a very uncomfortable silence.
So वैसा मतलब मुझे सोच लिया था I was able to answer it.
But did you tell them that I need to think?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Then there is
That's
no
perfect
problem.
and that is not an issue. लेकिन बोल देना.
कुछ और हुआ होगा जिसमें
What other questions?
that you have
हाँ,
not noticed.
Sir, yes, sir. नहीं वो सर ऐसा कुछ
किसका बोर्ड था वो बोर्ड
सर
वाला?
चौबे सर बोर्ड.
अच्छा चौबे.
Last year.
हाँ सर मतलब लास्ट में 2021 में था.
Okay.
और इतना मतलब इवन I was able to assess क्योंकि मॉक दिया था तो I think सिर्फ 165 या 170 because उसमें एक में they asked me situational based question also like health अगर आपको कोई DM बनाया जाए how would you resolve? So
Resolve what?
वहाँ पर चैलेंज आप कैसे वहाँ पे हेल्थ की प्रॉब्लम है बहुत ज़्यादा so how would you resolve it? So उसका मतलब थोड़ा सा मुझे पता था आइडिया दिया था कि जैसे पहले तो आप सिचुएशन assess you will assess the situation and what all areas are lacking there. So after identification of those areas, so I'll try to formulate a team and हम वहाँ पे जाके कोशिश करेंगे कि hospitals का infrastructure and proper guidance has to be provided. Then आंगनवाड़ीज and ANMs जो वहाँ पे workers हैं उनको भी we have to sensitize. सर जो मतलब थोड़ा सा मैंने इस तरह से बताया. फिर फाइनेंस अगर वहाँ पे यहाँ पे लेंगे तो फाइनेंस प्रोवाइड करेंगे. फिर सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल मॉडल बनाने की कोशिश करेंगे rather than imposing from the top.
There can be also things like interdepartmental coordination, better coordination between the health department at district level and the district magistrate's office.
Okay, sir.
There can also be interventions which are non-conventional. Ayush type की interventions हो सकती हैं to meet the local needs.
And also digital का भी बोलते हैं उसमें कि वो ताकि उसको यूज कर सकते हैं.
The answer is not bad.
Yes, sir.
Not bad.
और सर उसके अलावा उन्होंने पूछा कि मिनिस्ट्रीज एक दो स्कीम्स के बारे में पूछा. देन उन्होंने कहा कि अच्छा आप विलेज तो गए नहीं तो वहाँ पे सर्व कैसे. You have never been to villages पर आप you mostly have stayed in city तो आप वहाँ पे सर्व कैसे करेंगे. तो मैंने कहा सर मतलब ये तो it's true that I have not been to but because wherever I have worked with full diligence and I know my responsibility I'll discharge my duty with utmost honesty.
Fine.
सर मतलब भाई ठीक ही हुआ था ऐसा नहीं लग रहा था कि ठीक
मुझे लग रहा है जो पहला क्वेश्चन
हाँ,
है
उससे I think
मुझे लग रहा है कि maybe some questions might have turned very theoretical, some of your answers.
Maybe, sir. Yes, sir.
That's the impression I am getting.
Okay, sir.
So try and avoid that.
Yes, sir.
Go straight to the question.
Okay.
In your opinion does not require theory, it only requires your opinion.
Yes, sir.
What do you think requires only what you think.
Sir, background, we need to give background growth.
ये यार वो मेन का आंसर थोड़ी है कि intro और body और conclusion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
आज ही हम किसी से कह रहे थे पहले somebody was asked a question, he started quoting the constitution. Correct?
When I ask
He
you
asked a
question,
question.
आदत से वो आदत पड़ी.
आदत से मत
नहीं वो नहीं करना है.
नहीं वो नहीं करना.
You know, बोलो तो हमारा होता क्या है ना, the moment candidate comes like that, हमको लगता है कि ये एकेडमी ट्रेंड है और उसके 10-15 नंबर तो वैसे उड़ जाते हैं कि ये इसने ना भाई पढ़ाकू वाले सवालों के जवाब देने हैं, प्रैक्टिकल तो ये जानता ही नहीं है. Therefore, be upfront, be frank,
And to the point.
and to the point. Important thing is to the point. मतलब कि 30 सेकंड में कोशिश होनी चाहिए सवाल का जवाब खत्म करना है.
हाँ पर मैं फादर के साथ आई एम प्रैक्टिसिंग दिस वो यही बोलते हैं कि जो मैं पूछूं उसको इमीडिएटली
बस वही करना है.
Best advice you can get.
And you will break that. There is no reason why you should be getting such low marks.
Yeah, there is no other reason.
You articulate that.
carry the
नहीं?
tension.
ओके सर.
हमें नहीं चाहिए इतना
When
कम
you're in earlier interview and this being last,
Yes, sir.
you should go with full mind and full confidence. So you should prepare well.
यस सर.
Then do naturally.
Some questions might throw you off guard, but they should not define the whole interview.
Yes.
Everybody is thrown off guard in some question or the other.
यस सर.
अब you like traveling to hill station. अब मैं ये नहीं पूछूंगा नैनीताल वेनीताल, मैं पूछूंगा व्हाट्स द हिल स्टेशन, व्हाई इज इट कॉल्ड द स्टेशन। अब क्या करूँ?
सर पता था मैंने इट्स हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस
ना हिस्टोरिकल मेट्रो स्टेशन
तो वहाँ पे
सपोज यू डोंट नो द सिटी। आई मीन visiting history is your hobby, it's not your research subject.
yes sir
खत्म हो गया। Correct?
yes sir
Anything else?
Sir, एक static का question है because आजकल ना I'm looking at transcripts. They are asking a lot of static knowledge also.
Yes.
Like in energy related, they are asking many like schemes and also what is the India's का कितना है target क्या है first of all and मतलब India और China के comparison क्योंकि जो आपका energy usage per capita then a lot of
You can always say that, sir, I am not very sure of the data,
okay.
but broadly this is what I think. We are also looking at the honesty of your answers. कि नहीं आता तो ना बोलो।
Integrity.
And when you think this kind of question will come, Google it
Yes, sir, I'm preparing.
and find out the exact figures. But instead of giving those exact figures, you can mention the rounded figures.
Okay, sir.
Right?
अगर
That would
नहीं
make
आता तो ना।
जो नहीं आता साफ ना।
That's it.
If you know the questions in advance, then you should be ready. You can prepare for this.
I'm preparing the areas that are.
That's why you should do.
No sir, I'm just मतलब वही क्योंकि आपने experience है.
No, you don't know anything beforehand. Just stay independent, but don't be too dependent on this prior information.
लड़का तो ठीक है,
You got a very good personality.
बढ़िया है यार।
You talk very well. So leverage that strength.
No, sir. Confidence से आ जाओ।
और कुछ?
That's it sir.
You will do well. Don't worry. You will do well.
Yes sir.
जो
I'm feeling this time sir. Yes.
You will definitely do well.
All the best.
Thank you sir.
All the best.
Thank you sir.
Bye.